Hi everyone, welcome to the second part of lesson 3. We're going to look at parallel box and whisker plots today. Our learning intention is to construct and interpret box plots and use them to compare data sets. And we want to be able to do these 3 things by the end of the lesson. Let's just revise how to find the interquartile range and how to construct box and whisker plots. So pause the video, finish the questions, and then check your answers. Step 1, we need to have the scores in lowest to highest form, which for this one they are. So we can move to step 2, arrange into groups, which looks like this. So we've got 7 low scores and 7 high scores. Step 3, arrange in quarters. So it looks like that. So this number is our Q1, this number is our Q3, and Q2 will be here, so 16.5. We don't need that for the interquartile range. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, so 19 take away 15, which is 4. Which was step 4. Next thing we need to do is construct the box and whisker plot. So 14 has the lowest score. So 14 goes here. This is where we can do the whisker. The highest score is the other whisker, so 23. And we need to draw a box with Q1 and Q3. So 15 up to 19. And then we put in Q2, which is 16.5. Which will look like that. So make sure you have a scale here. And you notice we're going up by 1s. We could go up by 2s, but this one's good for going up by 1. Today's work. Parallel box and whisker plots. So we use these to compare data sets. So for this example, we have pulse rates before exercise and after exercise. So you can see here, this is the box and whisker plot for before exercise, and this is the box and whisker plot for after exercise. So we've got pulse rates for 19 students before and after exercise. Very easy to compare that the pulse rates were much higher after exercise, which is not a surprise. And you'll notice this dot out here, this is what we call an outlier. There is a rule that we use for outliers, which is not really the learning intention today, but I just want to highlight the fact that we do have sometimes numbers that don't get included in our box and whisker plot. So this data set here is another example that has an outlier. So this 24 age is much different to these ones. So sometimes we exclude these outliers. Next question, find the interquartile range for the stretch snakes activity here. So this is the data set for snake lollies, and this is initial, so this is before they get stretched, and this is the box and whisker plot for after they get stretched to the point of breaking, and we're asked to find the interquartile range. So Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is there, about 365. Q1 is there, about 290. So the interquartile range is 365 minus 290, so about 75. So now I actually want you to do the snakes activity. So I've actually got some snakes that you can stretch and break and dispose of. You can also finish the textbook questions too.